Hello, YouTubers. This is Isilme from Nell Celestine's channel. Good morning, Eorzea. Here for the next part of my Let's Play of leveling a Jedi Knight on Tython. Now, I believe I got all of my quests here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to hop on a speeder here. I think, can we hop on a speeder here?
Mechanized travel
No, we
is
can't
for
do that.
official business only.
Unfortunately, we got to go the long way.
Be safe out there.
Okay, so we're going to go for a bit of a walk. And I forget it. Does this guy have a quest for me here? I don't think he does. He's just... yeah, okay. This is the way we want to go. And there's eventually a quest here, but you have to come back for it. So, actually this tells me this is the wrong way. And we want to go this way. It's nice that you guys are, like, sitting around here while Padawans are getting their shit pushed in over at the training grounds, but, you know, hey, who am I to judge? Okay, that's the droid activation console. I was just curious what that was. Okay, so nice little jog through the mountains. I mean, this is very pretty, this is a very pretty environment. Elport Village up this way. What's over here? Yeah, that's the other side. There is a datacron over there. I will get that later. Okay. Brief mountain jog. You know, I can't really fault them for the zone design. I mean, it's very pretty. The problem is Typhon is kind of small. Just feels small. Okay. Find at the point and grab the speeder route. I've made that mistake so many times in the past where I get to the other end of the speeder and I hit it, and then I realize I didn't flag where I started from, or I missed one point along the route, and it's annoyance. There's no guy at the front here that's... No. Okay. So, now it's time to start picking up quests. And learning English.
You're too late, Jedi. Like all the other times. The Flesh Raiders already came. They already took their victims. My father knew these mountains. He helped guide the patrols when he could. But when the Flesh Raiders appeared, he never made it home. He wasn't young, but he deserves better than to be ripped apart. Show compassion, Jedi. Find him, and kill any raiders who'd stop you.
I'll do everything I can to find your father.
Be well, then. But more important, be quick. Please. If you find him, if he's hurt or confused, you'll know him by his golden promise ring. He wouldn't part with it. Not until death.
Okay, yeah, you know, old man. Tharissa would be very much about respecting her elders. That would be part of... That would be... I'm creating this backstory, but that would be, how, you know, part of how she was raised, is, you know, traditional culture. And respect your elders. You know, they may not be able to fight anymore, but they have wisdom, and, you know, that you can draw upon their wisdom, etc., etc.
Come over here, Jedi, and spare a moment for a humble servant of the Matriarch. I promise, your other dealings will wait. My name is Vidariat Aeon. I minister to the bodies and spirits of the villagers, and I have a request. I speak of the Flesh Raiders. Of late, we've seen them growing stronger, and I know why.
You have my complete attention.
The Flesh Raiders have been experimenting, concocting an elixir that makes them ravenous. The ones who drink it go mad. Their lips froth, and they pounce like starving animals. It's black medicine, primitive and evil.
How could Flesh Raiders learn to do something like that?
I have no idea. Such wickedness is beyond our comprehension. We lack the numbers to attack the Flesh Raiders directly, and not even the Jedi could wipe the monsters from this world. But with our warriors' help, the Jedi could reach the Flesh Raider caves and destroy their vats of elixir.
Then count me in.
Thank you for this. Otimus Mare knows where the vats are hidden. He is our guard captain. Talk to him to learn the Raiders' secrets.
Yep. And how are they making the elixir? I'm not sure, but sit. Just a guess. It sounds an awful lot like Sith alchemy. Sith alchemy being the MacGuffin to allow all sorts of evil things. And here's the matriarch and her hot daughter.
Greetings, Matriarch. Master Orgus Din has sent me to help you fight the Flesh Raiders.
So the Jedi finally deigned to recognize my people's suffering. How noble. Nothing to do with the attack on your training grounds, I'm sure.
I'm not here to be lectured by you.
No, you've come to gain our trust. Learn about your new enemy. My scouts have tracked the Flesh Raiders for months. Watched them grow in strength. I will share what we've discovered. But only if you agree to protect my people. We suffer.
Mother, you need rest. Let me carry this burden for you.
The Matriarch appears sick. Does she need a doctor?
Again, respecting
Thank
the
you,
elder.
but we have our own healers.
This is my daughter, Rana Dalven. She and Scout Chief Morint here will speak for me. I must attend to other matters.
Personally, I don't care why you've come. As long as you destroy the Flesh Raiders. Ever since they got their new weapons and gear, they hunt us like animals. The enemy has a camp in the valley nearby. My scouts say the Flesh Raiders store their weapons and other tech in a cave.
Removing that technology will neutralize the Flesh Raiders.
We need to strike fear into the Flesh Raiders, sabotage their weapons. Fix it so they blow up in their ugly faces.
How would we do that?
Their technology is standard Republic design. We could overload the power circuits and plasma coils. Here, I'll show you. Sabotage would thin the Flesh Raider numbers and eliminate their technological advantage.
If you brought that technology here, we could defend ourselves with those weapons.
Now, Therissa's choice here being she wouldn't go for the sabotage because that's dishonorable. That's not facing your enemy. But providing weapons so the Twi'leks can fight, she would all wholeheartedly approve of. So choose that.
This village is vulnerable to attack. You need better defenses.
This debate is pointless unless you can get inside that cave. You'll need one of the leader's access keys.
Find the Flesh Raider technology and do what you think is best. Good luck, Master Jedi.
Everyone call me Master. Okay, I do apologize for that. It looks like I had a call come in on Skype because I forgot to sign out of Skype, and that crashed the game and fraps and a bunch of other stuff. It was basically caused the game to minimize, and my frantic clicking I think made it worse. All right, so we're going to continue on here. We've got our mission from the Twi'leks to go and mess up the Flesh Raiders stuff, and we have one individual down here to talk to because they're interested in that elixir that the Flesh Raiders have. So we're going to go talk to him.
Jedi, I think I know what you've been doing. Vidaria sent you to speak with me. She told you about the Flesh Raider elixir, didn't she? How it makes the Flesh Raiders strong. Vidaria's been looking for a way to destroy the elixir, but she's making a terrible mistake. We shouldn't destroy the elixir. We need it. And I'll pay you well if you bring it to me.
What exactly are your intentions?
The elixir can make our guardsmen strong. Yes, it may change them, but it will work. We can defend our village and destroy our foes. Imagine, if the elixir can make a flesh raider powerful, what would it do for a pilgrim warrior? Bring it to me, and you will be rewarded, praised.
And now, normally I always choose, drugs are bad. But, you know what? This one here, they're trying to make themselves stronger. Again, she would respect that. And
Alright, you'll get your elixir.
Ha! Good. I'll speak to Vidariat and tell her you report to me now. The elixir is in the Flesh Raider caves beyond Kalikori. I'll have your credits waiting when you return.
That's more of a greed option, I guess, but, dark side choice. Okay. Taking a lot of dark side choices. So, we're going to continue on. And... yeah, I don't think the pilgrimage one is up, so I'm just going to continue on. East Hunter. Okay, that's not hostile. I have to wonder what all this debris is from. Looks almost like it's debris from a ship or something. But I mean, this is all stuff the Flesh Raiders put up, so, what's it from? Okay, and... nope, we're going this way this time. How did you die? What? I guess maybe this might be from the Pilgrim ship, but I don't know. Or other crash ships or something, they just drag all the junk here to pick through it. They're like Jawas, only, cannibalistic. Cannibalistic shark things. Okay, so now we're heading here. I'm actually curious to see what negative consequences my actions here have. As far as this elixir goes. I'm going to read the flavor text on that before I hand it over, just because... let's see if they got anything interesting there. Okay. Oh, I know this one.
They found me! Oh, Matriarch, forgive me! The Flesh Raiders are here. I can't fight them. The patrol is too far away. I can't. Goodbye, my son. My Matriarch. Goodbye.
Well, not the best way to go, I don't think. Considering he didn't die all that long ago and he's a skeleton. They basically ate him to death. Okay. Stuff in here. Yeah, I'll get the rest of the elixir since they're just all grouped around nicely here. And then I can get a chance to get the respawns on the way back out. I find that with the stories in this, like my first experience with the story in for the classes was with. Now I tend to be a lot more forgiving than a lot of people are around the Star Wars story. To be fair, you know, I'm never gonna say, you know, best story ever, because it's I would say it's on par with, sort of average comic book writing. Meaning that in some places it's kind of full of itself. Especially in the like the Republic side of things, where you're heroic and you're relentlessly heroic, where everyone's singing. It's one of the things that gets kind of grating about this. Is one of the weak sides is on the Republic side, with the exception of the Smuggler. Everyone is singing your praises. Everyone is saying how you're the best. And oh my God, how did we ever live without you type thing. You're the only one who can save us, help us, Gamer One Kenobi sort of thing. And just after a while it gets a little bit, it starts to ring a little bit hollow, in that you get into so many situations where you're like, seriously, you couldn't handle that, and you needed me for that. And you basically really do get the feeling that you are one of only four, because canonically there's only four. There's the Jedi Knight, Consular, the Trooper, and the Smuggler. You get the feeling that you are one of only four competent people in the whole Republic. Oops, no, that's not gonna work. Okay. Whereas on the Imperial side, you are, well, as the warrior is praised, because the warrior is highborn. He's part of a respected family canonically, and he's basically brought in as a ringer to prevent a lowborn from more or less succeeding. Basically, to ensure that he doesn't succeed, and you do. You crush the guy. And the funny thing is that as an Inquisitor, you play the lowborn, who starts off as a slave, who is brought in because anyone in the Empire who is force sensitive, regardless of how force sensitive they are, whether they're actually suited for it or not, have to go through Sith training. And those who can become Sith, or pass the trials, become Sith. Those who don't, die. So there's a lot of people who, are mildly force sensitive who get killed by the system. But, it also makes sure that any force users are indoctrinated into the system, and those who are weak, well, the Sith don't really have much use for those who are weak, right? But on both sides, though, you're having to deal with all this intrigue and stuff. Both sides, your master tries to kill you. That's sort of given. And on the Inquisitor side, even though the Sith are worshipped, it's more of a thing out of fear. And there's still times where, especially on the Inquisitor, where someone will come back and sneer slave at you or something. And even the warrior gets after his master turns on him, he basically gets no respect. At least not from the people who are involved in all that. A lot of the other rank and file people are just happy to have you around because you're a force user and we're in a lot of trouble here. And it's just there's a lot more complexity to it, and with the although again, your choices are, you can either play it dark side. In a lot of cases, dark side it feels like pointlessly cruel and almost cartoonishly villainish, which I guess if you wanted to play go completely villainous like that, you could do that. But a lot of the options just plain out flat out stupid. Whereas the ones that serve the Empire and are generally serve the interests of the Empire and long-term interests of your side are generally the light side ones. And so unless you're playing someone who's pointlessly cruel. Now, that's sort of the point of Sith, is in a lot of cases they are very cruel. And I've never been very good at playing very pointlessly cruel characters, so I always ended up light side on the Sith side. But I tried playing a dark side Jedi Knight once, way back when, and it felt silly after a while, because I was taking some really honestly ridiculous choices to just to get the dark side rating up. And I don't know, I sort of prefer the gray path, take whichever one seems like the best option at the time, and have that sort of character idea in your head to determine what your choices are, rather than, am I going to choose light or dark? You choose what would your character do. It makes things a little bit more interesting, especially so you can. It adds some replayability, so you can take your character, play through the same sort of thing, but play a different type of character through it and see what choices they make. And it's always interesting to see where some of the choices lead you, because BioWare did do a good job of that. Sometimes you're tempted to take the option you normally wouldn't take just to see, what is this going to do? Of course, then you get companions, and, everyone has been guilty of just making choices to make your companions happy, because some of them are picky when it comes to gifts, and it can be a lot easier to just get their affection up through dialogue choices. But then again, you might as well just... There's on the Empire and the Republic side, there's an early flashpoint. The first flashpoint you can do is the Esselis on the Republic side, and it's the Black Talon on the Empire side. And might as well just spam that to get affection up. Although I think that only works with your first companion. Okay, so let's see what this gentleman here is all about. He has his arms crossed, he's looking brooding. Oh, he's not friendly. Well, I was going to get like a chat dialogue option with him or something. It's been a while. Okay, yeah, would you stop blocking everything I'm doing, please? You're only a silver, you don't get to think you're good. Fall down, please. Good boy. There we go. And now, heal myself up. Go in here, and no, it's a droid. That can't possibly be significant. So here's the guns. Now, what I would do is choice between take it for the villagers, sabotage it, or leave it alone. I'm going to take it for the villagers, because Tharissa would be very much supporting of them trying to make themselves stronger, and sabotage is underhanded. It's an underhanded way of doing things, and it's not facing your foes directly.
Once
so
they have all
definitely
this,
take that.
the Twi'leks can defend themselves.
Exactly.
Tell me the whole story, and more slowly this time.
I don't know how we can understand the protocol Astromechs, but whatever.
What made the Flesh Raiders bring you back here?
Teach our soldiers how to use these weapons. Train them on the Twi'lek invaders.
When will we strike against the Jedi?
Patience, Caliph. The Jedi will fall when our army reaches full strength.
Never
Yeah, she
understood
wouldn't
the
like
need for
slavery either.
restraining bolts anyway.
And our first companion. Now, you don't get to keep him for very long at first. So for right now, he's basically just escorting you back to the village. But I like T7. I mean, granted, he's just an XP of R2-D2. What's his name from Knights of the Old Republic? Oh, I'm gonna get buried for that. I don't know the name of the droid, the astromech droid from Knights of the Old Republic. I have a confession to make, a dark, secret confession that I never actually played Knights of the Old Republic. I know a lot of people say I should, but I've done a lot of work to make sure I'm educated as to what's going on with it for when I play this game, so I recognize a lot of this stuff. But I guess at the same time, that's kind of spoiled me. But I don't know. I just don't feel much like going back into an old game right now. Okay. Here we go. Oh, my frame rate is crashing out here. I think I might need to do another restart here. The computer's been up for a while. Okay, so I'm going to cut this video short once I get back to the village, so that I don't end up falling through the world. Okay. Whoa, that is bad. Oops. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't continue on like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna fast travel back to the village. Holy cow, one. Alright, so my frame rate has gone completely to sleep here, so I'm going to cut off the video here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and watch more of Nell Celestine's videos. This is SWTOR signing off.